I'm gonna wait for a couple seconds to make sure that the stream shows up and so that people can actually join because this is kind of an important one. My account. There we go. Let me put on all messages. There we go. All right. Today is a special day. And it's a day that should have happened multiple months ago. Because today we hit 100 subscribers. Or not today, but today I finally actually do the celebration for us hitting 100 subscribers. This is something that I was not honestly prepared to do when it happened. I was honestly expecting it to at least take a couple more, like maybe at least finishing one of the games that we were streaming at the time. Like maybe at the end, I was thinking maybe the next Omori stream I would get it, and then Into the Pit was like, "Hey there, hey buddy, here you want some people to care about you a bit." uh, it's kind of humbling, honestly, to think about what 100 subscribers can mean, and how some people I'm sure take it for granted. Like I'm sure there's a lot of content creators or people who are trying to be content creators who see 100 and they're like, "That's low numbers." But to me, 100 subscribers, I mean, that's a room full of people. That's I it would be like 3 classrooms worth at one of the schools I went to in high school or something. So that's a lot of people, you know? And Jesus. It's really nice, you know? I have some stuff I'm getting to today other than just me gushing. You might be able to tell on the screen. This tier list in front of you looks a little wonky. I'm going to be ranking every single game that I've ever played on stream. Doesn't matter how much time I've put it on the stream. Doesn't matter if I even still have those videos on my channel, because some of these they aren't on my channel anymore, but I did play them for a while. Just gonna be ranking some of them, giving you guys my opinions on the games that I've played for you guys before, and then I have someone coming over later, and hopefully he shows up before the stream ends. We'll see though. He better. No one's joined the stream yet, so this is gonna be for people watching this on YouTube right now. We're just gonna start ranking some of these. I'm gonna go from top to bottom. As you might see, I kind of made mistakes when making the tier list. Good old Final Fantasy VII, one of my favorite video games of all time, is on here 2 times. That's not on purpose, I promise. I'm gonna make sure that OBS is capturing this window correctly. Okay, I had to click in on it. Cool. Let's start off with Into the Pit, the game that's pretty recent. And I can't really give a full consensus on this game yet because I haven't beat it yet or even gotten very far in. I mean, we've only done 2 streams on it, and I haven't played it at all off stream. I am saving that for on stream. So I'm gonna put it in haven't played enough, but if I was judging based on what I have played, I'd probably put it at least B tier. It's looking really good so far. Home Safety Hotline is next. And that's the one that I did the bit where that's the one where I did the bit where I pretended that that it was my real job. I wasn't planning on doing 2 streams on that. I was gonna be like, I'll beat it in 1 stream, or I'll just get like a good way through and then just play more of it off stream or whatever if I want to. It's just like a fun little bit game to play while I was waiting for a good time to actually get some Omori time in. It was honestly really fun. I really liked it. I'm gonna put it at a solid B tier. I wouldn't put it higher than that because the gimmick kind of, it fades. It fades, but it's a short game, so that does help it. That it is short because you don't have to worry as much about the gimmick getting old real fast. Next is Omori. And again, I'm going to put this one and haven't played enough because that game's way too big for me to say anything about it yet. At least it seems like it's going to be way too big. And I have only played a little bit of it. It's the only times I've ever played it is on stream. Like, I've never played it off stream. Some of these games I actually have played off stream. So, those are the games where I'm gonna have an easier time of ranking them because I've played them more than just streaming for you guys. This is just my overall opinions on these games. Next, we're going into Deltarune, and I put Deltarune on here, but Deltarune basically stands for It and Undertale, and both games are S-class and easily one of my favorite games of all time, as you might be able to tell from my quote-unquote channel lore. and and everything around that. I'm still waiting for people to join the stream. It's fine though. I haven't streamed in a really long time, and then suddenly I make a stream that doesn't actually have a game attached to it, so I'm sure that also doesn't help it in the algorithm. But who cares? No, Undertale, I did my like third replaying of on stream for you guys, and I actually am planning on playing another game, another Undertale game, on stream in the near future. Like after Omori and Into the Pit are both done, I'm probably gonna play the fan game Undertale Yellow on stream for you guys. I've already played it once on my own. I haven't beat it on Genocide. I only beat it on Pacifist, but I'm gonna play through the whole thing on all the endings for you guys just because why not? Because I think it's fun and I want to share it. And I want to share the fun I have with it. Next is Kingdom Hearts, the game that I tried desperately to make a streaming game and it did not work. And Kingdom Hearts is another one that's just kind of solid. Like, it's a game that's fun, but it's just not. It's fun, but it gets old real fast. And I'm counting this as like all of them because a lot of them play very similarly, especially the core ones. It gets old real fast, and and it's a bit of a, how do I say it? It's just not a good streaming game. The voice acting can be a little bit off and the story is all over the place, but it's fun enough where it gets up there. Like the actual combat and stuff is actually kind of fun, and you get to see all the Disney characters. That's always a plus. We'll go to Ace Attorney next, and Ace Attorney might shock some people with what I say here because I didn't stream it, and then I streamed like a couple games of it, and then I stopped and just didn't play it or I didn't stream for a really long time at that period. But it's actually and haven't played enough because the main reason is not because this wasn't working for this videos or anything like that. The main reason that Ace Attorney ended was because there were so many other games playing out at the time that I wanted to play. And Ace Attorney is fun, but there were other things that I wanted to do, and there were other things I was thinking of streaming, and then I just didn't do it. And then it was just a period of time where I just didn't want to stream. especially because eventually I got to, this was kind of around the point. These two games were kind of the point where I decided I wanted to start upping the quality of my stuff because um, I felt like I was not giving enough for the audience that I was kind of starting to gain a little bit. And I wanted to give more. And then maybe the audience grows. Maybe it doesn't. Who cares? It's fun. It's fun to be here and stream, and I don't make any money off of it anyway, so I don't really care if I don't end up getting higher than 100. If this is the highest I get, that's fine. I can live. Regardless, though, I am glad that we still got here, and I will always celebrate it because I'm grateful about that. I'm grateful that we are managing to grow, especially with the fact that I'm faceless. I know that probably hurts a bit in terms of growing your channel. Regardless, let's keep going, shall we? I actually had more planned to do this stream, but I realized that I probably wouldn't ever get the time to do what I wanted to for this, and I would just keep delaying it until it never got done. So I decided this is what I was going to stick with. But we are going to go to the next game, which is Final Fantasy VII. And it's already S tier, and I'll tell you why. It's one of my favorite video games ever. Same thing with Undertale, honestly. Undertale is still up there for me. I know that I only played like one. I played one video of it, maybe two. I think I might have done 2 streams of it, and then I never streamed it again. But that doesn't mean that I didn't want to play it. It was that I realized how big of an undertaking it would be to stream all of Final Fantasy VII and try to go completionist and also try to do voices and also try to do it in a times where like I would have time to play it. It was a lot of like time constraints mostly, which has been a lot of my issues on my channel. And that doesn't make it any less of one of my favorite games of all time. I would say it's probably at least in the top 5 for sure. Like I replayed it after the stream, funnily enough, because I was like, I can't stream it, but I'm just gonna play the game, and I just did. Like I made a different save for it and just beat the whole thing and like got all the completionist shit, got the chocobo, everything that I wanted. Next is Fortnite. Me and Fortnite, we have a bitter feud. We have a bitter rivalry. The thing about Fortnite is, it can both be one of the most fun games to play for a while and one of the most annoying games to play for a period of time. I don't know how many people have actually watched these on the channel, but on my channel, my old I don't know if I even have Fortnite videos left. I do. From Chapter 3, Season 3, because I was making videos where I was trying to tell people the best ways to do all the weekly quests, like how to do them the most efficiently if you're like me and you don't like playing the Battle Royale part. And if this was before Zero build, I would probably rank this game a D. But because I enjoy farming the weekly quests and stuff like that, they've kind of given it more shit to do. I think giving it a D is a misservice because of all the things you actually can do. I honestly think that Fortnite is a better game than a lot of people give credit for. I'm going to put it A. I wouldn't put it... yeah, I'd say A. I wouldn't put it in S tier for sure, but I think it's a game that a lot of people give a lot of flack when it's actually pretty good, especially as like a casual battle royale, and I fucking hate competitive I hate being super competitive in a lot of games, which will also describe my opinions for some of the later ones. Um, Next is Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, and Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is also an A tier. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, I actually did end up replaying twice. I replayed it twice after streaming it. Or no, I played it once before. Did I? I'm trying to remember how I did it. That's right. I streamed the whole game. Then I played it again after streaming it. And then I played it with all the DLC again after a while. That game is really fucking fun and is a really good game to feel like you are in like the Dragon Ball world. It's a very good, pretty immersive one. The only gripe with it, the only thing that holds it back is that some of the boss fights can be tedious and not as fun to fight against, like Frieza and stuff like that. Sometimes they have like a, ah, a bajillion super armor, and then, you know, nothing. You just sit there and nothing happens for a really long time. Next is Slay the Spire. Slay the Spire, I've only done a couple streams of, and I don't know if they're still on the channel. I'm going to check real quick. Yep, I did. I did a couple streams of it on the channel, and I've also played it off stream, and it's pretty fun. It's another like solid B tier for sure. Don't worry, the other tiers will get used. The other tiers will get used, but for Slay the Spire, like a lot of these top ones so far have been pretty good so far. Slay the Spire is pretty solid. I had a fun time playing it. It's good. Like play like a round of it, or like try to do one run of it, die real quick, and that's a good time killer. It's fun. It's pretty intricate. You know, you can become overpowered like all roguelikes, so pretty good game overall. Now we get to where my opinions are interesting and where where people who send YouTube sponsorships would be like, "Hey, what's your opinion on this game that sends sponsorships all the fucking time?" As you guys might know from the fact that my videos don't get halfway ads in them, or they shouldn't, unless they're automatic by YouTube. I hope not. I have monetization turned off, even with like it's on by default in YouTube Studio, but you can choose to turn it off even if you don't actually gain money yet. I'm pretty sure. I would have to check again, but I'm pretty sure it was like a little monetization earned, and I just turned that off. I don't like monetizing my videos. I don't like putting ads in my videos. If I did any sponsorship deals, it would have to be for a product that I actually already like and use. Like I'd probably accept an Opera sponsorship from obvious fucking me using the sponsor. I would have to be allowed to be honest at the very least. So Opera, I'd probably accept a Honkai sponsorship because I kind of like Honkai. My opinions on Genshin are a little bit different. I think at the start Genshin was pretty fun, and then as it kept going, it kept getting bigger, which kept making it feel less attainable and also less fun. It's still okay to hop in on now and again and like level up my characters. Now I'll put it C tier just because it is all right. I like some of the characters. It's clear that they super heavily lean into like the waifu stuff, and I don't like that genre of stuff generally. And like it's obviously a ripoff of Breath of the Wild too, but at the same time, Breath of the Wild is a great game, so ripping it off makes a great game. So it's kind of like it's in that middle fluctuating part. With the most recent update, I'd probably put it lower. With where it is so far, though, like overall in its entire game life, I'd put it here. Just because that's about when I played. I still constantly play Fortnite. That's why it's up here. This is Teardown. Teardown, we only did one, maybe two streams on. I think we only did one stream, and I literally called it a one and done. And Teardown was fun, but it gets old fast. Teardown gets old very quickly. It's like it's fun, and I'm sure it's probably more fun if you have like mods and stuff. But doing like the main story stuff, Teardown can wear down, I guess. That was terrible. Please, that was awful. That was awful. I don't deserve any attention for that one. Next is Sonic Frontiers, and Sonic Frontiers is at least A tier because it's the best Sonic game they've released in years. Holy hell, dear God, why haven't they released one of these before? Please make another one. Do it again and again and again. Please, just make this forever, Sonic. Next is Dragon Ball Fighters, and I play a lot of Dragon Ball Fighters still to this. Well, I don't play a lot to this day, but it's probably my favorite fighting game ever made, without a doubt. And it's probably one of the best Dragon Ball games ever made, without a doubt. Though I haven't played Tenkaichi, so I can't really say that, can I? I kind of miss that era. We'll see. I'm going to stream Sparking Zero when that comes out, so that'll be fun. Yeah, Dragon Ball Fighters, easily up there. I mean, I had all of those combo videos for a while for a reason, because I played the game enough. Sonic Frontiers, it's just fun. I played the game again after beating it so that I could stream it. I just used hard mode as an excuse to stream it. Cult of the Lamb is next. And Cult of the Lamb, I would say, is the same as Slay the Spire. It's another one where it's like it fulfills its purpose. And it's fun. But it's not like, I don't need to play Cult of the Lamb for a really long time. I don't feel like I want to play Cult of the Lamb whenever I'm not playing it. I feel like I'm like, okay, I have time. I'll fire that game up, I guess, right now. That's kind of the thing. Next is Returnal. And I have actually played a decent amount of that off stream. And the thing about Returnal is that it's just kind of, it's fun, but it's just kind of a lot. It's a whole lot. It's really fun when you're really good at it, and then when you're really bad at it, it's really not fun. Which I guess is kind of like some of the Souls games, especially the older ones, holy hell. But it's I would say it's not as good as Slay the Spire and Cult of the Lamb, but it's not bad, I would say. I'd probably put it at top of C and Genshin at bottom. I think next one is an easy one, and if you question my opinion on this one, I question your opinion on video games in general. Alright, cool. We don't have to explain that. That's God of War Ragnarok. That's the game that could have won Game of the Year if it didn't come out in the same year as Elden Ring. And we'll get to that one too. But first we're going to do Omega Strikers. Special thing about Omega Strikers is that everyone thought it died, but it didn't. The devs are still going. I know because I'm in their Discord, and they still keep updating things. But they were like, we're done with development of Omega Strikers. And then they keep updating the game. So I don't really know what's going on with that. But I just haven't really played it in a while, because again, it's like I said earlier with competitive stuff. I'm not really a big fan of competitive stuff. The only thing I make an exception for is fighters. But yeah, it's just a league game, you know. It's League of Legends, but with soccer, with air hockey instead. It's more fun, but it can still get sweaty, and that was my main thing with it. Next is This Is the Police, and I barely played that after I streamed it. I did not play that game a lot at all. Um, but I also will say, based on what I did play, it's not high. It was not a very fun game. Maybe it gets better later on. Maybe the story gets more compelling. But from the gameplay alone, it was like it's just like time management. It's like being a manager. It's like, okay, I'm just choosing schedules, but in real time. Okay, sure. Uh, Next on the list is Batman Arkham Knight. And Batman Arkham Knight is another solid A tier for me. I like all of the Batman Arkham games other than Origins, but all of the other ones are really good. And I wouldn't put them in my top games, but probably top superhero. They're fun. They're always fun. Next is Inscription. And this one is a pretty easy A tier, and if I play it again, it might bump up. I would say it's top of A. Inscription was really fun. Actually, I'm gonna start sorting things out real quick. I'll probably put Fortnite at the bottom of A, just because of its history, and I'd put Batman Arkham Knight over Sonic Frontiers. Maybe over Kakarot? Probably not. Alright. Yeah, Inscription was fun. It was a really good story. Its first part of it was probably the best, which is what made Casey's mod so fun to play, because it was just the first part, but more roguelike. And it made it even better. And that's why that game is just a, like, it's if there's any games I would recommend to people to play, it'd probably be the ones up here, and then the other ones I would only recommend to some people. However, there's one game on this list that I would recommend to nobody, and that is Dragon Ball: The Breakers. Man, I tried to enjoy that game. I really did. I streamed the game multiple times because it was Dead by Daylight, but Dragon Ball. And I liked Dead by Daylight for a while. Not at the time I was playing Dragon Ball: The Breakers, which is why I wanted a replacement for a game for the game. Sadly, Dragon Ball: The Breakers is unbalanced in both ways, in every way, and it's not very fun. It gets old very fast, especially with the match queues, but that's mostly just because people don't play the game because it's not good. So, maybe they shouldn't have charged for this, especially if they're going to put so many microtransactions into it as well. Just a mess of a game. At least Fortnite's microtransactions are all cosmetic in terms of like the things you get for Battle Royale. And literally every mode except for Save the World. And even Save the World, you can't buy actual things. You can only buy the mode itself. This is just bad. And next is another game that goes into S tier. I was bad at Celeste, and I still think that Celeste is a phenomenal fucking game. I was not good at that game, and I still think it is up there. I don't think I'd put it above any of the games currently in S tier for me. In fact, I think this and S tier is about the order I would put it in right now. Yeah. But it's still great. It was still super fun. The next game on our list is Overwatch 1. I made 2 for Overwatch 1 and Overwatch 2, and then I realized I had 2 files for Overwatch 2. So I just plugged in the better one, and I couldn't remove it, so this is just going to be here. And then this one is just I accidentally clicked the cloud image twice. Regardless, Overwatch 1 was fun, and I did stream it for a short period of time. And by a short period of time, I mean a very short period of time, like just before they switched. And you know what? I'm just going to skip to Overwatch 2. Overwatch 2 is a pile of dog shit and probably the worst game on this list. By far. No, I wouldn't say probably. I would say it is. It's the worst game on this list. It sucks. It's really fucking bad. It's awful. And I mean, Blizzard games are already just kind of bad, but Overwatch 2 takes the cake in terms of being downgrades, in terms of just not being fun. It sucks. It's so trash. Like, it's not even a question. All right. Next here, we got Multiverses. And Multiverses was solid until the full release. And then it was okay. I would put it. I wouldn't put it in F tier because F tier is for games that I think are bad, and I don't think I think most of these aren't bad. The Multiverses was all right. It was a game. Um, I'm not. I can't really confound around that. Like the full release of it was fairly recent, and it just wasn't that great. Like it had issues. The beta was way more fun, honestly, and I kind of wish they just reverted it, but whatever. Next is Slime Rancher, and Slime Rancher is a game that is the same as the other games I mentioned in B tier. It's just a game that's fun to get in and get out. Easy enough. And then Elden Ring goes to here without a doubt. I don't think I have to. I don't think I have to answer why Elden Ring is an S tier. I don't think that's anything I need to explain. Not even in the slightest. And then next is Master Duel. And Master Duel is an interesting one here. Because Master Duel's had big ups and big downs. On release, it was really fun. And then very shortly after release, the worst deck to play against in the game was the meta for a very long time. And then it kind of got booted out, and more decks came in that helped, but they didn't give us enough currency to really go for them as much. It became a lot harder to keep up without spending. And then they've kind of balanced that out a little bit more as time has gone on. And I still play it, and it's another one that's the same as all the B tier games. Fun to get in, get out. Next is Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, and I played this game at a weird time. But when I played it, the game was good. Honestly, an A tier is solid. Very good, very good. Probably my start into like actual horror games on the channel. Because another game that counts as that during that time period wasn't really a horror game, if I'm being honest. But it was pretty like solid all around. And I'd never played it before during that too, so that was also a plus. Now on to the other horror game that I was just talking about. Hoo boy. Hoo boy. Security Breach was the game that made my channel grow the most and is somehow one of my least favorite on this list. It's honestly impressive. Like I can't I don't know how it's just so mid. I guess it's just buggy, but I was so excited to like learn more about Five Nights at Freddy's stuff because it was my first game that I'd ever actually like played, and I was gonna play it on stream. It was the first game that I had like played on in front of an audience. I was gonna try and play it on stream and try to dissect stuff, and it just wasn't good. The DLC did redeem it a bit though, so I'm actually gonna put it above Multiverses because unlike this one got better with time. Not much better, but better. Next is Hitman 2, and I have never played it since the streams that I played it. and I've never played it before then, and I have never played it since, and obviously that's not enough because I did not play much. Next, Shadow of the Colossus was a solid game, but I'd say it's the same as Home Safety Hotline, where it's kind of you play it once and then you don't play it again. It was fun, but I don't ever feel an urge to go back to it. For all the rest of these games, I feel urges to like come back and play them again. Most of the other ones, I would say Kingdom Hearts, I kind of do feel that sometimes, but that's only just because I personally am a big fan of like Final Fantasy and the characters in Kingdom Hearts. So that's just me. Then Master Duel is held back by the fact that sometimes I want to come back and sometimes I really don't. So I'd say Shadow of the Colossus is up here. Because again, it's one that I don't ever feel like coming back to. Next is Black Ops 3, and my opinions on Black Ops 3 are weird. So I did stream this. And the issues with those streams was that one of them got taken down for copyright because it had the music on. And Activision fucking sucks. So the music was copyrighted. I didn't know there was a streamer mode at the time, so I just turned all the music off in the next stream out of spite. But I do actually enjoy Black Ops 3's Zombies mode. Almost got you. I enjoy the Zombies mode. I don't enjoy much else with the game. But the Zombies is fun for me to come back to. But not enough where I would put it in B. I would probably put it top of Siege because I do come back to the Zombies a lot. This is purely ranked off the Zombies mode because that's what I streamed and that's what I play all the time. I don't really play the multiplayer at all. Never really play multiplayer in COD games. And next game is the last F tier on the list. Dead by Daylight is a game that you whenever you do get Dead by Daylight, if you ever get Dead by Daylight, you will enjoy your first few games of it, and then you'll rank up, and then you'll never want to play the game again. You will never, especially if you play a killer, you will never want to play the game again. I'll repeat that again. You will never want to play the game again. It's the meta as both playing killer and playing survivor in that game is to be the worst fucking enemy to fight against in any video game ever. Every time. It's either be super toxic or be super campy. There's no in between. That is the metas. So there are some people who I'm sure have like these super optimized build and have like high rank. Well, no, it's not that. It's not that campy if you play this character, this blah 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 blah. But once you get to like mid level, which is where I sit with most games, because I play so much shit that I don't get super high level in one game. I just kind of get to a mid level in most of them. Because I play all the genres, I play all the games. I just like games that are fun. I don't care about the genre. Regardless, that game, holy shit, the mid level sucks. This. Okay. This is the whole tier list. So, with this, I do want to show y'all something. The reason that this video took so long. Something I've been cooking up, and something that is going to be important for the channel for a while. I had a thing planned, But I figure, honestly, it was kind of cringe. It was kind of cringe, not gonna lie. And I honestly just want to show this off, and then I want to end the stream, and then I want to immediately put it into action. The main reason that this stream took so long, the reason that I haven't made a subscriber thing yet, is that I was getting something commissioned. I am tired of using this dog shit avatar that was made on a terrible VR app or a terrible VTuber app that didn't work very well and that no one liked, and that was majority just people being weird. So I wanted to set myself apart a little bit with something official, and I got an artist and I commissioned something a little pretty. So this will be the banner. This will be the profile picture. And this will be the image from now on. 3, 2, 1. This artist on Twitter, I need to pull up his name, and I need to link him in the description. I need to change the description to link him. But this artist, Sumo Llama, I think that's how I pronounce it. Sumo Llama. On Twitter. I'm going to provide a link in a second. I'm just can I copy the link here? Copy URL. I'm going to provide it in the YouTube comments on this stream. But this man was great to work with. And got everything perfectly that I wanted with this. You can see this is pretty nice representation of the channel. We got the little gambling because I love to be a gambling little shit. And we've got, of course, a Yu-Gi-Oh card because I still love Yu-Gi-Oh in my heart. My heart of hearts still loves that game. I'm going to link it in the I'm going to link his channel in his Twitter page in the comments after this stream is ended. But he was great to work with. You can see this is very nice. He gave me a different version for the banner and for the profile picture, which is nice because I don't have to format it myself. And I mean, this is just perfect. This is just what I wanted. This is a great way to set ourselves apart and to kind of make stuff for, just to make it. So I am going to end here. But thank you for watching this. Thank you for watching my stuff. And next stream should be some more Omori or Into the Pit, depending on what I want to do. Hopefully we'll get that done sooner than this video came out. Thank you. And